Hello, my name is Eric Gregory and I teach computer science. This video walks you through installing Visual Studio Tools on your local Windows machine. Visual Studio Tools is not the same as Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio Tools is an editor, compiler, and debugger, whereas Visual Studio Code is just an editor. Unfortunately, Visual Studio Tools for Apple OS X does not support a C++ compiler, but there are free C++ compilers available for the Macintosh. Please contact your instructor for more information about using Apple OS X. C++ is a programming language used to generate an executable. The C++ source code is typed in using an editor, then compiled using a compiler, then linked using a linker which outputs the executable. Visual Studio Code is only an editor and does not include a compiler or linker. The process of generating an executable from source code is called building. Visual Studio Tools includes an editor, compiler, and linker plus various other tools into an integrated development environment for building and debugging C++ applications. The Microsoft download site uses the name Visual Studio and Visual Studio Tools interchangeably. When downloading, select Visual Studio to download Visual Studio Tools. Go to the website shown and select Desktop C++ Windows. You want to download the most recent Visual Studio Community Edition. Community Edition just means it is free for educational purposes. This screen may pop up. Make sure you select Visual Studio Community to get the free version. You will be developing desktop C++ applications. Select Desktop C++ Development. You want Visual Studio to start out configured for Visual C++ development. There is another video that goes into details about how to use Visual Studio. For this class you will always be developing C++ console applications. You must always build your code before testing. Many students coming from Python forget this step. The build process generates the executable. If you cannot find your executable, chances are you forgot to build or you have a build error. The introduction to Visual Studio goes into this in detail.